Hi everybody, in this video we're going to talk about roots of polynomials, and at the end of the video I want us to define roots, solutions, and zeros, and also find the number of solutions from a graph. Okay, so first let's talk about a quadratic function. It is a polynomial with the highest degree of 2, so anytime you see an x squared, you're going to say a quadratic, and it's always going to be in the shape of a u. If the highest degree of a polynomial is 3, you are going to have a cubic function, and it is going to look kind of like a sideways S. It can go from bottom to top or from top to bottom. But really, anytime you have x cubed or to the third power, you're going to think cubic. So specifically for quadratics, there are a lot of vocabulary words that go along with it. In this video, we're just going to focus on the x-intercept. It is a point at which a function crosses the x-axis. So if you look over here, notice how this is our x-axis. These 2 points are going to be our x-intercepts. Now, they can also be called roots, zeros, or solutions. So those 4 things, intercepts, roots, zeros, and solutions, all mean the same thing, and they might be used interchangeably. We are really just talking about, hey, where does it cross the x-axis? Because they are points, we're always going to write it as a point. This is going to be, for example, this would be -1, 0, and this would be 3, 0. So make sure when you write it as a point, you put the number comma 0. Okay, so when we're talking about the number of roots, the degree of the polynomial will tell you the highest number of x-intercepts a function can have. So degree just means the highest exponent. And when I talk about the number of solutions, remember, I mean, hey, how many times can it cross the x-axis? When we have a line or a linear function, it can cross it once. When I have a quadratic, it is x squared, so it could cross it twice. And then x cubed is x to the third power, so it could cross it 3 times. But it can also cross it less, and I'll show you guys an example next. So when we're talking about quadratic roots, here are your examples. So you can have no solution. Remember, solution is the same thing as x-intercepts. So if this guy does not cross the x-axis, you are going to tell me no solution. Maybe it crosses it once where the center or vertex is on the x-axis, or it can cross it twice, in which case you would have 2 solutions. Any of these are totally viable. So the biggest one to remember here, when it doesn't cross, you're going to tell me no solution. And again, you're always going to write it blank comma 0. Okay, lastly, we're going to do some practice. So find the number of solutions and write the point. So this has 1, 2 solutions, and it crosses it at 0, 0, and this is 1.5, 0, so 1.50. This guy crosses it once, twice, so it has 2 solutions, and then it crosses it at -2, 0, and 0, 0. And lastly, this guy does not cross the x-axis at all, so we are going to say no solution. All right, there is your overview of roots of polynomials. If y'all have questions, let me know. If not, I'll see y'all in the next one.